Hello friends, this video is about the all-new 2023 Mercedes GLC. If you are ready, we have started. The all-new 2023 Mercedes GLC celebrated its world premiere on June 1, 2022. In this story, we take a look at what we know about the crossover SUV sibling of the new C-Class, which will likely arrive in the US in fall 2022. On the design front, while the first-gen GLC is drastically different from the GLK, the second-gen GLC is more of an evolutionary departure. That said, all the body panels are new, and it has a longer wheelbase and lower stance for clear differentiation from the Mercedes GLB. We've talked more about dimensions in more detail in the next section. The main exterior feature of the 2023 GLC is digital light headlamps with projection functions. These headlamps should have 3 extremely powerful LEDs each. 1.3 million micromirrors refract and direct the light in each digital light headlamp, and thus, the total resolution is more than 2.6 million pixels. These headlamps are a premium option over standard LED headlamps. Customers specifying will get an additional option of projection functions that casts guidelines or warning symbols of the road ahead. The new GLC features the second-gen MBUX with a fingerprint scanner and a more interactive voice assistant activated by the command "Hey Mercedes." MBUX Smart Home function is also included in the new generation MBUX, allowing the driver to keep a check on and control smart home devices installed at the residence. A 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster and an 11.9-inch portrait display are standard in the 2023 Mercedes GLC. The portrait orientation of the central display makes operating the infotainment functions easier. The all-new MBUX includes a special off-road mode to make the required changes to the vehicle more quickly and in a simpler manner. The color head-up display is optional in the 2023 GLC. It projects information over an area measuring 9 x 3 inches 10 feet in front of the hood. The visual experience is similar to viewing on a 25-inch monitor. The HUD's display module has a native resolution of 720 x 240 pixels. The next-gen Mercedes GLC has sleek production headlamps that are more angular. They slant upwards like on the Mercedes X, but Arent is narrow at the outer ends. They connect to the radiator grille through a DRL strip at the upper edge, emphasizing the SUV's width. The new radiator grille includes a chrome surround and a sporty louver in matte gray with chrome trim. When viewed from the sides, the 2023 Mercedes GLC looks barely any different from the previous generation. The rising beltline does lend it a slightly sportier styling. Plus, for the first time ever on a GLC, body-colored wheel arch liners are available with AMG line for the first time, optionally along with staggered tires. Instead of the stem mirrors like the first-gen model, the second-gen model features beltline mirrors. This makes the SUV more aerodynamically efficient and reduces the wind noise inside the cabin. The shoulder area has more definition, and the character line is clearly visible. Multiple new alloy wheel designs will be available, in diameters ranging from 18 to 20 inches. At the rear, the 2023 Mercedes GLC has a sleeker appearance with slimmer 2-part tail lamps reminiscent of the C-Class. The interior of the GLC has noticeably improved and looks much more upmarket. It features a new dashboard with a wing-like profile, new, flattened round AC vents inspired by the engine nacelles of an aircraft, and an elegantly floating center console. There is a greater sense of minimalism and opulence in the cabin. The optional panoramic sunroof is an improved one. The occupants can get an almost uninterrupted view of the sky because the lined cross strut is slimmer than in the first-gen model. The color head-up display is optional in the 2023 GLC. It projects information over an area measuring 9 x 3 inches 10 feet in front of the hood. The visual experience is similar to viewing on a 25-inch monitor. The HUD's display module has a native resolution of 720 x 240 pixels. MBUX supports over-the-air updates, which means customers can install the latest software in it without any hassle. The download and installation take place in the background, and then the user has to agree for activating the update. Customers can activate new features anytime, even after they have taken the delivery. Transparent hood. When the driver activates the off-road mode, the central display provides a virtual view under the front of the vehicle. The driver can see the front wheels and their steering position on the touchscreen. Images from the 360-degree camera give the view under the vehicle at speeds up to 5 miles per hour, and then from 5 to 12 miles per hour, the view ahead. Several improvements that take care of occupants' well-being are also part of the interior changes in the 2023 GLC. This aspect includes the availability of features like Air Balance Package that provides the preferred fragrance in the cabin for a refreshed feeling. The Airmatic air suspension is standard in the plug-in hybrid variants, which we expect to be loaded to the brim. However, these electrified variants could suffer from the typical drawback of lower cargo space because of the battery pack location. In the mild hybrid variants, Mercedes-Benz offers the Airmatic air suspension as an optional feature. As standard, the 2023 GLC gets a new 4-link suspension at the front and a multi-link independent suspension at the rear. Traffic sign assist detects conventionally signposted speed limits, as well as signs on overhead gantries and in roadworks. Additional instructions and warnings against driving through stop signs and red lights will also be part of traffic sign assist. The next-gen Mercedes GLC has sleek production headlamps that are more angular. They slant upwards like on the Mercedes X, but are narrow at the outer ends. They connect to the radiator grille through a DRL strip at the upper edge, emphasizing the SUV's width. The new radiator grille includes a chrome surround and a sporty louver in matte gray with chrome trim. The Airmatic air suspension is standard in the plug-in hybrid variants, which we expect to be loaded to the brim. However, these electrified variants could suffer from the typical drawback of lower cargo space because of the battery pack location. In the mild hybrid variants, Mercedes-Benz offers the Airmatic air suspension as an optional feature. As standard, the 2023 GLC gets a new 4-link suspension at the front and a multi-link independent suspension at the rear. Traffic sign assist detects conventionally signposted speed limits, as well as signs on overhead gantries and in roadworks. Additional instructions and warnings against driving through stop signs and red lights will also be part of traffic sign assist. Improved trailer maneuvering assistant will be optional, one that can handle freely selectable cornering maneuvers up to 90 degrees. Integrated into MBUX, the new system automatically regulates the vehicle's steering angle up to a speed of 5 km per hour, 3 miles per hour, and an uphill grade of up to 15%. Convenience features include the Easy Pack tailgate for the remote-operated open-close function of the tailgate, with a button on the key fob, or the switch in the driver's door, or the tailgate's release handle. New safety systems. A myriad of active and passive safety features will be available in the 2023 Mercedes GLC, with new, upgraded, and carried-over technologies to make it the safest C-Class-based SUV. One of the highlights is the pre-safe impulse side, which forms a sort of virtual crumple zone in the event of an accident. The driver or front passenger has moved away from danger before the crash when the system detects an imminent side collision. There are air chambers in the side bolsters of the front seat backrests, and they inflate within the blink of an eye. When required, an updated active distance assist Distronic maintains a preset distance from vehicles in front at speeds up to 60 miles per hour, instead of 30 miles per hour previously. Lane detection is a new feature of active steering assist, and it works at speeds up to 130 miles per hour. It recognizes an additional lane with a 360-degree camera and particularly provides advantages in the low-speed range. Increased lane centering on highways is another advantage of active steering assist. The GLC hasn't changed drastically from the previous model on the dimensions front. The 2023 Mercedes GLC is 2.4 inches longer than its predecessor. Also up are the track widths, 0.24 inches at the front and 0.91 inches at the rear. The overhangs are longer at both front, plus 0.59 inches, and rear, plus 1.3 inches. The redesigned model has a lower drag coefficient of 0.29 CD. Customers can expect noticeable improvements on the inside. Mercedes-Benz has addressed a big shortcoming of the GLC, the space for rear seat passengers and luggage. Increasing the wheelbase by 0.59 inches was the first step. Thanks to the larger rear overhang, the trunk capacity has increased by 2.5 cubic feet, which is a significant improvement. Subscribe to watch interesting videos.